and welcome to the Health Side. As we all know, the festival of colors, Holi, is just around the corner. What's not to love? So much color, joy, dance, and of course, food. Except maybe for a few things. Those few things include the damage of skin and hair endure every year. If you too are worried about these skin and hair care problems, we have you sorted. Today we have with us Dr. Apratam Goel, celebrity dermatologist and director of Cutest Skin Studio, who will give you tips on how you can avoid these problems. So, ma'am, what do you think should be the go-to ingredient to apply on the skin before playing Holi?
Well, if you ask me one ingredient, then I
Yeah.
would say oil, because it does well for most of the places in the most of the areas in the body. And among the oils, I think the most commonly available is coconut, but my oil of choice is sesame oil or the till oil.
Mm-hmm. So, is it a good idea to apply natural oils before also to get rid of the colors?
See, in a way, yes, because oils tends to form a barrier on the skin and the color does not seep into the skin. Neither can color, sit on the skin and damage the skin for long. It's also easy to get the color off. So it's a good idea to apply a lubricant on the skin. However, if you can layer a moisturizer with an oil and a sunscreen, it would be great because you will have all the protection of the skin also from the oil, because oil sometimes can, like for example on face it can aggravate acne and all. So plus it can feel very greasy. So if you can first layer a moisturizer, sunscreen, then put the oil, it will be good. But if it is only has to be oil, yes, natural oil application is good for the skin.
Okay. So, ma'am, what do you think? What precaution should someone with acne prone skin should take?
So, see, acne prone skin is in generally two things are here. First of all, are you undergoing a treatment or you just have an acne prone skin? If you are undergoing a treatment, my advice will be that you stop 3 days prior using all topical ointments, because all the therapy of acne are actually aimed at drying the skin, because acne is a condition of hyper sebaceous activity or excess oils. So what happens is that it will actually, the medication like benzoyl peroxide, clindamycin, adapalene, these all dry the skin. Now on a drier skin, if you are going to play Holi and the color is going to seep in, it's going to cause a lot of damage to skin as well as aggravate acne. So if you're on treatment, you carry on your oral treatment, but topically, whatever you're applying, you stop it for 3 days and only apply a soothing moisturizer like aloe vera at night on the skin. However, if you are not taking any treatment, then Holi can be, can aggravate your skin problem. So you should, of course, refrain from playing Holi. But if you have to, then instead of putting oil on the skin directly, you should first put a good serum. First layer should be a serum. Serum is very light. You can use a hyaluronic acid serum, or if you don't have that, you can use aloe vera gel on the skin. Then use a moisturizer and put a sunscreen. So put these 3 layers in that order: serum, moisturizer, and sunscreen. And yes, when you have finished playing, you should just dust off the dry colors and wash off the face. But yes, for acne prone skin, Holi is not a good time.
And what about dry skin? Any recommendations for someone with dry skin?
Yeah, so the dry skin runs the risk that the color will stay on longer on the skin. That is the problem with dry skin. So again, the protection for dry skin is that you have to take something like oral collagen or peptide. These are available as tablets and as powders. So it hydrates your skin from inside. For a dry skin, it's also very important that you keep the skin covered as much as possible, because you are going to get affected by color. So, you can use, for example, you can wear your swimsuit under your dress. So some material which is going to drain the water down, not hold on the water. So not directly cotton clothes, how much ever hotter you're going out in the sun, because dry skin is a thinner skin. It tends to run into allergy faster. And the colors, can actually cause severe eczema, dermatitis, or allergy on the skin. So it is best that, you prevent contact of color with your skin, which would be by clothing, by moisturizing well, by putting the oils, putting a barrier cream, SPF, all that. And also because if you have dry skin and you have a tendency to get acne, if you have a tendency to get allergy, then I think it makes good sense to take an anti-allergic tablet at night. Previous day you can take levocetirizine, Allegra, Montecalast, all these. So anything which is an anti-allergic which you have been taking, it makes sense to take it on the previous day also. So that's something the dry skin people should keep in mind.
So, ma'am, you just mentioned about skin allergies. So, my next question would be like, can you suggest some home remedies? Is there anything people can do
for dry skin?
Yeah,
of course. See, people who have, first of all, skin allergies, we call it dermatitis or eczema. Okay. So they can be a dry eczema or a wet eczema, in the sense like you can get little pus boils, or it can just become red and scaly and dry. Now, usually the cause of this is something externally or some medication allergy. So the skin, you can just imagine, is ripped off. So there is a raw skin which is up and which is exposed. So what you need to do, first of all, you need to hydrate the skin, and the best hydration is something which we eat every day. And guess what that is? Chawal ka pani, when you boil rice.
Yes.
That ganji, they call it, I think, the niche, when you drain out. So people drain fermented out the chawal ka pani. Not fermenting. When you boil rice, so you drain out the water and we throw it away because we want to make a starch-free rice, which is considered more healthier. But actually, when you do that, you remove that the essential, because that's very good and hydrating for skin. So what you need to do is you collect that water and just, take a soft cloth and pat your skin. That is one thing you can do. Second thing, you also can use oats with the malai. Fortunately, Holi comes at a time when there is just a change of seasons. Yes. Right? We are entering, it's springtime. Yes. So, it's the ending of winters and start of summers. So what you also can do is, soak oats with water, then mix it in malai. But if you have acne prone skin, instead of malai, you can mix it actually in dahi, yogurt. Okay. And if no problem with honey, because you have to know, people who have allergy, they need to know whether you are allergic to honey. If you are not, you can also add a spoon of honey into this, pure honey. This is a power packed mixture of hydration, intense hydration for the skin, and something which is there in every home, every kitchen. So, do that, just rub it on the skin, do it like 2 times before. You can do once the rice formula, once you can do the oats, and this will hydrate your skin as well.
So, ma'am, organic colors are also a trend these days. So, what should one look out for when they are selecting the colors?
So, see, as the word organic indicates, you have to see the ingredients on the colors when you are picking up. If there are no ingredients, it's ambiguous. And if it is very cheap, it is definitely not organic. Because let me tell you, the organic colors are a bit expensive. Traditionally, Holi is celebrated with, herbs, with the flowers, colored flowers, actually. Now what happens is that, of course, over the time, it is changed because it's not easy, it's expensive. People have made a business out of it. So, there are a lot of non-natural options of gulal and color which are available. So, when you buy a color, either there are certified ingredients or there is something which you are used to seeing in your kitchen. Like, for example, you can have haldi extract, you can have sandalwood, you can have beetroot extract, or marigold flowers, like we call teisuke flowers, that. So if there are these ingredients which are on the back, like there could be a powder of beetroot or nano curcumin. If these are the ones, or some flower extracts, which are mentioned like rose extracts, then you know that this is a proper herbal colors or organic colors, and definitely they won't be cheap. But other than that, I think that the best is that you make your color at home if you are doubtful. So you can make dry color, you can make wet color, because usually, see, a color has a base, which can be starch, corn ka atta, you can have wheat, you can have maida. You can use all these bases, and to that you just have to add these organic ingredients which are there in your kitchen. So you can make your own gulal, you can make your own colors if you're not sure. But if you know that it smells like that, and it is, and best is to feel the color on the hand, put a little water on it, before you're applying it on your face. Because see, on Holi, we have to be mindful of other people's skin also.
Yes.
Some people create mischief because they know the colors are bad, but they mainly take it because they're going to use it on other people, and probably they don't care about other skin. So.
Okay, so ma'am, and can harsh chemicals in the colors lead to skin cancer or any chronic skin disease?
Of course, yes. See, these days, as I said, traditionally it was meant to be flower extracts and herbs, which actually, like about Tomatino festival in Spain.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So they play with tomatoes.
Yeah.
And tomatoes are antioxidant. They are very good for skin. So similarly, actually Holi was meant to be festival to be played with colors and herbs and fruits and flowers and vegetables. All the colored ones. So it will be good for skin also. And, it was more a celebration. But now, as I said, because of commercialization, people have started using industrial dyes. They use diesel, petrol. You will be surprised that sometimes they also use glass powder. Okay, so it can be very dangerous. And let me tell you, all these heavy metals like chromium, magnesium, copper, because every ingredient will give you a color. Like green color is copper, like silver color is silver is usually aluminium. Okay. So, like that, or mercury. Now, all these lead, mercury, aluminium, copper, these are toxic metals. Yeah. And not only that, they are toxic. They give a particular color to, your color, like a green or a, But on top of that, they have a long lasting effect on the skin. The side effects of these colors can lead right from allergy to skin cancer, even to kidney damage, to blindness, to lung cancer if you breathe the color. So actually the side effects are lots. And when these colors combine with each other, they even become toxic. And the worst thing is when you wash out the color and the colors fall on the soil, or when you are cleaning your house, it goes and mixes in the water, it can be taken up by the plants. So actually, it is not just the effect which has done on your skin. It is a long-term side effect which these toxic metals can do even to their environment. So I think they are really dangerous that when you have these toxic colors. And we play Holi in sun. So a lot of these colors, when the sunlight falls, it actually becomes more dangerous. Okay. And the longer they stay on your skin, the more dangerous it gets. So in the sense, a lot of people, that's why are terrified of Holi now. Yeah. So, sometime back when Holi used to be a festival, wow, I remember as a child also, we used to be like full day in colors. But now I think people, since they are conscious of their health, they kind of have become very mindful.
So do these colors in any way lead to hair fall or any other hair condition also? Because they tend to get into your hair or...
Yes, that's right. That's the reason, Arushi, we tell everybody that do not do any hair treatment like hair coloring, straightening prior to Holi. Because what happens is hair has cuticles. Now, when you do any treatment, you open up the cuticles. So they are lying like this, but they open up like this. And in between, the color can go and set. And as I said, the effect of color can stay for much longer. On the scalp also, the color can get deposited, and even if you are casually washing, it may not come out. What it does is it breaks the bonds between hair. Like hair is held together because there are bonds. It breaks that, so your hair gets easily broken. You can have itching on the scalp, because imagine if they are toxic to the skin on the face and the body, it is toxic to scalp as well. So yes, it can cause roughness of the hair, it can cause breakage of the hair, it can cause hair fall, itching on the scalp, sometimes even boils on the scalp. And people who have colored hair are actually more at risk, because colored hair, the cuticle is already damaged. So you are more at risk. So if you want to do any treatment before Holi, there are two things. One is you can just do a spa, because with spa, you are depositing an extra layer of moisture on the skin. And then, these ends of hair, if you just trim them, the color doesn't get in, because these ends are actually very porous. So that is the only thing. Otherwise, keep your hair covered in a scarf as much as possible. put oil on the hair, because yes, to answer your question, the hair can get definitely damaged with colors.
Okay. So is there any oil you would suggest for the hair?
I would say coconut, because it's a light one and it can come off easily. But yes, you can even put on the dry hair, you can put conditioner straight away without shampooing. Just put conditioner and tie a braid and put a nice scarf. I think that should be good for hair and fashionable as well.
Yes. So, ma'am, how should one wash? What should one use to wash the color of the hair?
So for the color of the hair, the best thing is on the previous day of Holi, soak, methi, methi, fenugreek, okay. Just soak a cup of methi in water overnight. Morning में जब आप color से आओ, after you played Holi, you come and grind it. And then you mix coconut oil, coconut milk hota hai na? You get it ready-made also. Otherwise, you can make it from coconut. But these days, everybody gets it ready-made. So you mix this methi ka pulp, jo pisi hui methi hai, the what do you call it? The grated methi, the pulp of fenugreek. You mix it in the coconut milk. It becomes amazing mixture to get color off, to whatever the damage has happened, it undoes that, it nourishes the hair. And actually, this is a beautiful face mask, hair mask that you can otherwise also do for your hair.
Okay.
So that's one thing that, you apply that, leave it for 20-30 minutes, wash it off. If possible, do not shampoo immediately, just run that down. Okay. Do not shampoo, then you can shampoo next time. So this is with which you can remove color from the hair. Now coming to the color from the skin. And also when you come from Holi, you should take a brush and just remove off the excess color which is deposited. There would be color here. In fact, I forgot to tell one more thing, that when you are going out, you put a Vaseline on the nose, here, on the edges, here, and angle of the mouth and behind the ears. Because these are the areas where actually the color gets deposited. And if it stays for a couple of hours, it is bound to cause allergy there.
Okay.
Because finally the color goes and gets stuck here. So just take a little Vaseline and apply it, or petroleum jelly and apply it in these areas prior to Holi. Now, after Holi, to remove the color, first of all, you remove the excess color. Then put some little oil. I would say that use a light oil, like if you have a cold pressed coconut oil, you can use that. Or you can use your vegetable oil, which you use for cooking. So what happens, it emulsifies the color. And then you gently just massage. First, you remove that color with a dry cloth. Like take a soft cloth, muslin cloth, and just remove that. Don't even use cotton, because cotton will cause friction on the skin. And then you can take a shower. Also, important thing is that do not try to get off all the color in one go. Okay. There may be color which is stuck in the superficial layer of the skin, or under your nails, or hands, or the inside of the nails. You don't have to try to get rid of all the colors, because you will eventually damage the skin and increase the damage.
Okay.
And every time you wash the skin, because we are removing the natural oils of the skin also, so it is best that you replenish that moisture in the form of a moisturizing lotion into the skin.
Definitely, there are always natural ways are always the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, ma'am, is there anything that you want to add or you want to tell the audience?
Yeah, see, apart from skin and hair, it's very important that we take care of our eyes also, and not breathe the color in, because some can go straight into the lungs and even cause lung cancer in long run. So how you're wearing glasses, put on your glasses. Even if you don't have glasses, you can wear sunglasses, because it's very important to protect the eyes. You can even wear the swimming goggles, because they are very well fitting, right? So you can wear the swimming goggles around the eyes. Just put those, and then you go and play, and then you remove them. It's very important to save our eyes as well. And if still by mistake any color goes into the skin, then you can always just sprinkle some water and get the color off. So the idea is that the color shouldn't get stuck. Secondly, after protection of eyes, also try and play with dry colors as much as possible. The impact of a color, traditionally Holi is meant to be of dry colors. This water addition is much later, right? So it's best that you keep it. Now we have masks also. So, even this, when they flow in the air, the colors are very toxic, actually. So try and play dry colors as much as possible. Okay. And also don't go out in the hot sun. I know that traditionally Holi is a festival which we play in the open courtyards or, in that. But if it is possibly covered, then it reduces the damage of sun also. And my last message is, just because all this is going on, don't forget to enjoy the festival, right? Because we don't want future generations to not know what Holi is or was. So I think that it should not somewhere be lost as a tradition. Holi is a beautiful festival. Because of some things going wrong over the time, it has lost its charm, right? So I think that it should be there. Holi is a very colorful festival. It signifies hope, and I think right now it has come at a right time also. So yeah, don't forget to enjoy with your loved ones, but take care.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your time. Thank you.
Such a pleasure. Thank you.